Well, hello, and happy Friday. Oh, what a week. I've had the most glorious week. I had the most gorgeous conversation this week, talking to a woman who wants more friends. And I've been talking to my friend, Mr. Callum McCurdy, and he's all about the loneliness that's happening in the world. And there's been some Harvard research done that loneliness is the equivalent of smoking. That's how bad it is for your health. Interesting, isn't it? Because I think we're so geared for connection. And yet, I've been watching, I've been travelling this week, and we're not very good at connection because we've got our fucking faces in our phones, including me. I'm like the worst at it. Because, our phone seems to have all the answers, and it seems more significant than the person we're sitting next to on a plane, or the person that we're, in an Uber with or whatever. And so I made myself go phone free for a couple of trips, and I yabbered to a lovely taxi driver, and I asked him what he loved about his job, and I just went out of my way to do the whole connect thing. It was really good. But I was talking to this woman about friendship, and she was sort of saying she doesn't have any friends. She does have friends, as in she's got friends that she has a glass of wine with or meets up with, but she feels lonely even when she's with those friends. And we were talking about that, like being lonely with someone else, I think, is the worst feeling in the world. So you are with a human, but you feel lonely. And so that's usually because you don't feel seen, or you don't feel understood, or they're not really that interested in the you that you want them to be interested in. Do you know what I mean? Because, we have these multi-usses, don't we? Anyway, so I said to her, like, what are the areas of friendship you would really like to have? Like, I've got lots of weird friends. I've got business friends who I hang out with who want to talk about businessy shit, and I love that because I love businessy shit. So they're either leaders of businesses, or they own their own businesses, or they want to talk about running businesses. And I think that's a really interesting, I think that's incredibly interesting. So I love my business friends. I also have kid friends who I've met from having kids, or they've got kids the same age as me, or we, have kids at similar stages, and that's always quite good too, because you can go, oh my God, what are you doing about that? And they're like, oh yeah, what are we doing about that? When you're picking schools or organising stuff that's relevant, you might have friends that are connected. Like my son does Taekwondo, and so I've got Taekwondo friends, right? People who, if Felix is doing, say, a Taekwondo event, I can ring them and go, oh shit, what time's this, or what's happening here? And so they're the people that I connect with around that sport. So you have kind of hobby and sport friends. You have your own ones, but if you've got children, you'll have their ones. Like when my daughters were dancing, I had dance mom friends, that was a dance mom community. So you have all these little waifs and strays, these little pockets of friendship. And as your life changes, sometimes you go, like, I don't have dance mom friends anymore, because my girls have hung up their buns. They're no longer doing the ballerina. So I don't need to have dance mom friends. And I suspect that'll be the same if Felix moves away from Taekwondo. I won't have Taekwondo friends. But sometimes you get to a stage where you go, hang on, who are my friends? And, you might have moved physically in a location, and you might be living somewhere different, so you need new friends in that location. Or you might have moved energetically, out of a space, like you may no longer have kids at home, or you may no longer be running your business, or whatever you're doing. So it's like finding friends. So when we divided up a piece of paper into all the categories of friends she wanted, and I don't think I write everything down. I'm always scribbling on a bit of paper and writing down like categories, or listing people, or really looking at things. I love to look at things on paper. So I reckon a really good exercise might be to list out the types of friends you want. Like maybe you've got drinking friends or party friends that you go partying with or drinking with. You might have, like I've got really spiritual friends who are really into, you know, different religions or spiritual beliefs, or they're into meditating or praying, And so they're the people, if I go, oh shit, I really want to go and, look into this weekend, do you want to come? I've got someone on that level. I've also got like personal development friends, we're just like junkies of being better, like junkies that go, oh yeah, let's go and learn about this or let's go and learn about that. You might have physical friends who like to run or jump or bloody bike or walk or, who are your friends? I've got my friend Jackie and I do life enhancement. We call it life enhancement because it just sounds better than fucking fitness, doesn't it? Which sounds like a big fat chore. So life enhancement means we are enhancing our lives. And so Jackie will ring me and say, shall we go and do some life enhancement? I'm like, yeah, man, I'll do anything with you. Right? Lovely. So that's another area. So who are your friends that you do physical things with? Who are your friends that you do, say, intellectual things with? Like, are you in a book club? Do you have a friend? Like, I've got movie friends, where I'm like, oh my God, have you seen that movie? And I see a movie and I instantly go, right, I need to let him know about that because this is going to be, you have people, I've got friends that don't like the movies at all. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How can you not like a movie? It's just the opportunity to move into someone else's life for 2 hours. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love that. And the added bonus is you get to sit in the dark and eat and no one can phone you because you have to have your phone off. Oh, I love that. So movie friends, right? Maybe I hate sport. Maybe you like sport. Maybe you've got sport friends. I don't know. Maybe you've got shopping friends. Who are your friends that love shopping? I've got like my friend Sally. She's my junk slut friend. And we go junk slutting. Oh, because we love a secondhand bargain. And so, you've got friends like that. But divide a piece of paper up into all the categories of your life, all the shit you like to do. What are the things that you like to do? And have you got a person in each of those categories? Now, this is how you win the friendship game. You win the friendship game if you've got one person that does every fucking thing. What are the chances? What are the chances of one friend wanting to go shopping, read a book, go to the movies, run a business, have a glass of champagne, right? All the things. Do some spiritual chanting. All the things. Imagine having one person. Arts and crafts. I like a bit of an art and a craft. I've got sewing friends. We swap fabric and shit. So, who are those people? I think it's a really good, interesting exercise. And it's something I do at my Repotted retreat because our lives change all the time. And if your life hasn't changed, it should. There we go. I don't even like the word should, but there you go. I've just used it. Because if you're not changing, you're not growing. If you're not changing, you're kind of becoming stagnant. Right? If you've got the same friends, the same life, the same shit, it's like, wow. Now, I'm a change junkie. So some of you might be sitting there going, mate, I'm really happy. I've had one friend my whole life. I've got the same haircut. I've got a pair of earrings that are concreted into my ears I've had on for 27 years and I'm happy as a fucking lark. And I'm like, okay, good for you. Do not come near me. I don't want to be your friend. Because if you have, if you're wearing things that you've worn every day, oh my God, I can't stand it. I cannot stand the sameness of it. It bores me fucking senseless. But anyway, that's a me thing. And it is my podcast, but it's really about you. So I just want you to think about that. Who are your friends? Who are the friends that overlap into different multi-areas? And who are the friends that are just a single friend where you're just like, no, that's my rugby friend, or that's my netball friend, or that's my scrapbooking friend, or that's my go to the pub friend. And then this woman and I were talking and she said, is it okay to mix your friends up? I quite like doing that just because I like to push people into new spaces. So I love the idea. Years and years ago, I started my goddess dinner that I have every Christmas. And I would gather all these random women up and just fucking shove them in a dinner together. And people would say to me, oh, but what if I don't like her? Or what? I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's not my problem. It's 3 hours of your life. Be polite. We put up with idiots all the time. You don't have to like everyone, but it's worth meeting new people. And we're so scared to meet new people. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I like the idea of just looking for new friends. And if you've got a gap, see, once you do your bit of paper, you can work out where your gaps are, then you can go and find a friend to fill that gap. But if you know you're looking for a sport friend, well, that's where you'll find them, isn't it? At a sporty thing. If you're looking for someone to go to the gym with, maybe they're already at the gym. If you're looking for someone to go and do Sanskrit chanting with, then maybe they're high on a hill at a retreat. I don't know. So there you go. Friends, no more loneliness. What would make you? Who do you feel connected to? I love all these questions. There you go. That's your job this weekend. Find some friends. Phone a friend. Connect to your friends. Friends are honestly the best thing. They're the best thing. I absolutely adore my friends. And having someone who sees you, who understands you, who loves you even when you're at your worst, who will call you out and go, I'm a bit worried about you right now. I don't reckon you're at your best. What the fuck's going on? You go, oh my God, thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing that I'm a bit shit right now. That's what we want. Want some lovely friends. There you go. Friendship Friday.